Hospitals, universities, and educators are scrambling to understand the impact of President Trump's attempts to freeze federal funding.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is digging in to learn the local impact as state governments try to translate a chaotic back and forth. Mark?
Yeah, the Trump White House issued an executive order and a separate memo cutting off trillions of dollars in federal funding Monday night, pending further review. The White House today rescinded the memo after a flood of fiery backlash, but also insisted the executive order and funding freeze remained in place. All of this impacting one of Governor Mike Kehoe's special guests at his State of the State address and other daycare providers across Missouri. Missouri's new governor, Mike Kehoe, talks a lot about his roots.
I will never forget my roots.
Well, here they are.
I have walked the streets of my childhood homes in Walnut Park and Baden.
Kehoe's first State of the State address echoed over the airwaves back home.
I'm excited to hear that, he was talking about Baden, where he grew up.
Early childhood education director Lisa Shear perked up when she heard the governor's speech.
My administration is committed to timely payments for the child care providers who partner with the state and to provide care. We know delays in payments from the state have made it difficult for providers to even stay open.
Baden is a very poor neighborhood.
But she heard him say that just as she got a distressing notice from the state of Missouri.
There's a pause. We're not going to get paid.
An executive order and memo from the White House sent federally funded providers and state governments scrambling. While the White House later rescinded the memo, it said the federal funding freeze remained in place until a federal judge temporarily blocked that late Wednesday afternoon.
We have not got any new information from DESE outside of they've paused our funding.
Now she's preparing notices to send parents.
Be prepared for, what that's going to look like for you. Look for backup plans for your children.
Meanwhile, her staff braces for bad news.
It kind of sucks now that we're going through what we're going through because I have enrolled in college.
This work gives Diamond Houston purpose and opportunity.
They gave me a scholarship because I work here, so they paid for me to go to school.
And for Danielle Sapp, healing.
I didn't have somebody like us when I was growing up, and I wanted to be able to be that for some other child.
And this job helps both of them keep food on the table.
Have you went and bought eggs? You have to work. It's crazy.
And just moments ago, the state of Missouri sent an updated notice to providers saying it has, quote, regained access to draw federal child care subsidy funds, which means, quote, invoices are being paid daily. They also told providers with state contracts, stand by for updates.